Welcome to the world of Vera, where it's surrounded by sand, and more sand, and even more sand. Surrounded by mountains, covered in sand. Every now and then you might find a watering hole, surrounded by sand. Watch out for that quicksand. Hey guys, welcome on in. Kyrios here, and today we're going to be Volume 3, the Overworld of Vera. Now there's new mechanics in order to get those, purple and gold and maybe red nucleus. And we're going to cover all those different mechanics, show off a little different thing, a couple things, some tips at the end, and then we will cover the gray zone and a few other things on a different volume. So if you guys can't hit that like and subscribe, check out the Tower of Fantasy playlist, and let's get started. Boop, boop, doop, boop, boop. All right, guys, welcome on in. Now we have 9 new mechanics in the overworld. So there's 9 different ways that you can unlock different nucleus, and we're going to cover that in just a minute. But I really just wanted to talk about the landscape. I actually really love the desert landscape. I didn't like it at first. It feels a little barren, but then there's something very much to love about it, about how beautiful it can be, especially once you guys get RTX mode engaged. Now, one thing I do want to talk about is that there are 3 zones. There's the upper, there's the mid, and there's the bottom zone. They have official names. I don't know what they are. But you can actually get red nucleus, red special vouchers, and dark crystals from doing that. I do just want to point out just a couple of quick things. Love the city. The city is absolutely amazing, absolutely breathtaking. Let me take you over to the caverns. I love the caverns. All right, now you'll see that we are in the caves, or at least one of many different caves. If you go to any of the rock-like structures you can see in your map, this whole area is just littered with different tiers of caves, and it's just a very beautiful sight. There's a lot to explore here. There's a lot of chests down here. There's a lot of crystals down here. And you can actually focus fire a lot of the crystals that you want. You can see that there's a lot of ice structure crystals here, and eventually you will have to start farming this again for your weapons as they get higher and higher level. But it's just a great scenery. Love this area. It's such a great design. All right, we're over by my second favorite area, which is the oasis. You probably saw it in the opening cutscene. But the oasis is absolutely beautiful. That's where you'll see, especially around water, you'll see a lot of those lightning crystals. So it makes it a lot easier to farm them. They will be in specific places. And you'll see that there's actually elite enemies. You can see that enemy looks different than others. Literally is a pain in the butt. But there's a lot of cool structures. Hi, other person. Good to see you. All right, we have world boss number 1, the reindeer, what they call Rudolph. Now you'll see that there's these pillars around them, around Rudolph. There's actually a mechanic for this world boss that if he gets overcharged, overloaded, you actually have to use these cannons that are over here that pump out this mist that essentially derages him. This boss is just a complete pain in my opinion, but you could definitely do it. I honestly think you should be farming the other world boss, so let me go show you that real quick. All right, and now this world boss is what we call Fire Sobek, and Fire Sobek is just way easier to do than Rudolph, and it's easier to do as a group. Highly suggest this one, and there's really no reason not to do this one in my opinion, as both world bosses, as far as I know, and I'll correct it later in the comments down below if we figure something out. As far as I know, they essentially drop the exact same things. So you might as well do the easier world boss. Now, let me hit you with the big tip before we get into those new, the 9 different types of activities in the overworld. Big tip! All right, now there's a lot of sandworms, as you can see there. But quickly, in the southern portion, there's definitely a lot of quicksand. But there's something to be wary of. It's a little hard to see right now, but you'll see this spiral of sand. But if I was to jump in the air, you'll be able to see this spiral right there. And there's actually different portions of sand all across the southern isle. So keep your eyes peeled that take you to a special location. Now, as a quick little extra bonus tip, if you do get the battle pass and have the hoverboard is actually great for getting across the sand, because you could jump on the hoverboard and it's the only thing that allows you to go over quicksand, which is very good. So it can set you up for success. You see where the spiral right is here in the middle. Whenever you see a spiral, you can just go ahead and demount. Go ahead and pretend like you're drowning. and it's gonna go ahead and take you into the underneath area. Now I think there's like anywhere between 3 to 6 of those, and they take you to different portions of this underground facility and tunneling system. And there's different chests and different things you can get down here. So make sure you do a lot of exploring and make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that. All right, first one up on the list, the Watcher. Now this one's got some eyeballs. It'll shine red. It'll close up if you get close to it. And the only way that you can open this is by using a specific SR relic. Yes, you will have to use the invisibility cloak in order to hide yourself from its presence to get close and steal its sweet, sweet, sweet goods. So make sure you do equip that while you're in the overworld. You're going to see a decent amount of the Watchers. Next up on the list, we do have the Trace Stone. Now the Trace Stone is pretty straightforward. All you have to do is align your camera in such a way that it completes the image. Now there is a little trick with this one. If you see on the ground, there will be some plants in a triangle structure, 3 plants that you can pick up. If you stand in the middle of that, that's pretty much where they designed it for you to stand. And then just move your camera around just nice and gracefully until you can get that pattern to match up and it drops you that loot. Next up on the list, we do have the Lost Gerbil. Now this one's pretty straightforward. You have to go find the Lost Gerbil. Now usually there's these patterns on the ground that you can follow, like leaves on the ground or something like that. And then you're just going to go find that little buddy. And then he will start to follow you. He or she, I don't know. Will start to follow you. Make sure you do not go too quickly. Lead it all the way back to his home. Just go to your home, little fella. Just go to your home. And that'll be it. Ah, yes, the good old cactus fruit. This one's easy. Walk up, smack it. Smack the glowy thing. Now that's winning. All right, that brings us to the elemental supply pod. Now there is one of each type of element, as the one you can see on screen is purple, so you do need Volt. What you're going to have to do is take that element and shoot the 4 balls. You're going to have to find 4 balls and then shoot 4 balls. Once you do that, it will open the chest and you can grab your loot. That brings us to the gerbil nest. This was one of my favorites. Now this one's straightforward. All you gotta do is follow the sparkly one. As soon as he goes underground, all you have to do is track where he goes or where she goes or where it goes or where they go. I don't know. And then once they stop moving, all you have to do is select the correct hole. Easy. Say hello to Mark, the friendly critter. Now, Mark only wants to be friends, so all you have to do is open up that chat window, go to your emotes. Apparently, I did the wrong emote, so I'm trying to do the correct one now. And all you'll do is the correct emote, say hello, and Mark will give you a nice little goodie. Not only do we have Mark, we have his good friend Phil. Now, Phil is very hungry. And you'll see the item he's looking for above his head. So, you will find these items scattered across the world. They're usually just the random ingredients that are out scattered in Vera. So, assuming that you have it, all you have to do is feed it to Phil. Now, the final one that's a little annoying is the cave mushroom. Now, this one, all you have to do is find a crystal structure thingy. It's like a glowing rock that will empower you, and you have to bring that glowing energy to that cave mushroom 3 times. It's a little annoying, but once you do that, it will give you the item that you're looking for to complete it. Well, there you go. That's all I've got. I could have talked about some of the monsters, but you know what? I don't want to spoil everything for you guys. You guys are just going to have so much fun running from sandworms all day. I hate sandworms so much. If you guys liked the video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed it. And I will see you on the next volume, which is either going to be the Gray Zone or Dailies, Weeklies, World Bosses, and you. I'll see you there. Fist bump from me to you.